When an insurance company denies coverage for a drug or a surgery or some type of procedure, you don't have to take no for an answer. You can actually appeal that denial. And there are two types of appeals. There are internal appeals where you're asking your insurance company to look at the situation again and see if they'll cover the care that you're asking them to cover. But if they still say no, now you get to go outside the insurance company to what's called external medical review or independent medical review. And this process usually is run through your state insurance agency, and you can ask them to take a look at your situation and see if the care that's been prescribed by your medical team is actually medically necessary. And if that independent entity that's reviewing your situation decides that the insurance company should cover your care, that decision is binding on the insurance company. And so having access to this right is actually something that at the federal level is available through the Affordable Care Act, where there are about half the states that actually had this protection before the ACA. The ACA made it federal law. So this has to be available in every state. Now, the challenge with the appeals process is that most people don't have any idea that it exists. In fact, of claims that are filed and denied every year, about 0.5% of them get appealed. So that's a huge number of claims where people are either taking no for an answer, where they're paying out of pocket for that medical care, or they're not getting the care that they need. And so we think that the appeals process is actually one of the best kept secrets of our healthcare system.
Joanna mentioned that less than 0.5% of all the claims that are denied end up getting appealed. But we know that of the claims that do get appealed, somewhere between 40 and 60% of them are decided in favor of the patient. So even though it is an extra step and an extra burden for the patient and the healthcare team, it is in their best interest to avail themselves of the appeals process, especially when we're talking about ways to try to avoid or minimize financial toxicity.